What's good, YouTube land? That Weird Collector here. Excited to bring you a brand new Pokemon experience. This is Pokemon Phoenix Rising. It is a beta, as it says right here. And there's an email where you can report any bugs we have. So, let's get into it. It is so beta, it's only release 0.1.2. I love that music. Alright. Actually, let's go back. Our text speed fast. Audio. That's alright. Now, it has a Nuzlocke mode that's not ready yet. But you know, when Nuzlocke mode is available, we are going to Nuzlocke the hell out of this. Let's get into it. The game you're about to play is a fan-made Pokemon creation. It's created by a group of part-time, volunteer, non-professional game developers and artists. This game is free and always will be. You have no money, you just love Pokemon, and unique experiences. That's the kind of thing I love to support. Good morning. I have some last-minute documents I need you to complete for Tranquillo University. We're going off to university, apparently. I'm still used as a mouthpiece for the school since I completed my studies there all those years ago. First, they need you to create an avatar. The one thing I like the most about this game, I can use a controller to play. So I don't have to sit right up against the keyboard. I can sit all the way back here on the couch. Just create one that best expresses your personal style. Alright, we got a guy and a girl. And the joysticks don't do anything. It's the D-pad you gotta use. What would be a guy? I most like to play character. I most like to imagine myself in the Pokemon world. So most of the time, so I'll be a guy. Great, that should do fine. Next, I need to input your name here. Apparently, this guy's name is Alto. So we won't go with that. With my name. And I know my nickname wouldn't fit. This is a weird thing with me. I have an issue when it comes to using nicknames. Like I do all my intros with my nickname. But I find it... I don't like it when people have a nickname but use their real name instead of it. For example, Nanogenics. His intro goes, "Hi, my name is Tyler, aka Nanogenics." I'm like, what is the point of having a nickname if you're just gonna ruin it in your intro? Plus, I just kind of find him annoying, so maybe that is part of it. So, like, another example is Rhyme Style. I just know him as Rhyme Style. That's where he calls himself all the time, and he sticks to that name. I don't know his real name. I don't really want to know his first name because it's just me. He's Rhyme Style. And to hundreds of thousands of other people, he's just Rhyme Style. Or even Dino. If you want to go that much further and use his other nickname. sure to stop by my lab before you skip town. There's something you'll want to see. Ciao! Just, you guys let me know if the volume is too loud. Or I'll just watch this back. Presenting a fan-made project. But yeah, even I'll come up with another example. Keggy Films. His intro goes something like, "Hi, I'm Alejandro Saab, Keggy Films, Keggy Master, whatever the heck you want to call me." And it's like, I don't have as much of a problem with that. Mostly because I find it funny that he has so many nicknames. He's like, just call me whatever you want. Like, no one ever calls him Alejandro. Really. It's always Kaggy. Like, it's just Kaggy to me. Maybe if I didn't use a nickname for myself, I wouldn't have that big an issue, but it's just something I notice whenever while I'm watching YouTube videos. We are in Hawthorne Woods. Have I ever told you why I live in Hawthorne Woods, Jackson? Most assume, I think, that I long for a natural setting, to be one with nature. Certainly, the Pokemon here are kind, and the flora is magnificent, yes? I admit, my cooking has greatly improved since I began my hermitage. You know, I originally wanted to give this guy like a country accent, you know, southern, live by himself in the forest. I don't know why I thought of that. It just didn't feel like keeping it up, so I'm not even attempting it again. I have tried to record multiple things recently, but I didn't realize that on my recording software the microphone wasn't turned on, so it was only recording the in-game audio. So, dumb on me. Didn't pay attention. Because mostly I've just been using this recording software on this computer to just record like YouTube clips I want to use. So it didn't occur to me to check the microphone. But would not live away from society for a pretty view. That would be silly. No, I live here because I find it pure. Out here, I'm able to reflect on my life, to think more clearly than I have ever had. When I was your age, finding a thinking place was very simple. A quiet place. That's not so true anymore, yes? The world is very, very complicated. Oh boy. You ain't kidding. Every day it's fucking something is going wrong. And, you know, I like to avoid it all, you know, sit in my apartment, seclude myself from the rest of the world, kind of like this guy. I originally had a point to that statement, but I don't know. I lost the point somewhere. It's been lost in translation, so to speak. There's just countless things going wrong everywhere. This is good to keep in mind. Find a quiet spot to call your own. Think there. Allow yourself the time to think on your life, your circumstances. For you see, Jackson, it is when one thinks that one realizes not all is right with the world. Yeah, you ain't lying. The world is going to hell in a handbasket, to steal a metaphor. Oh, what a windbag I am. Come, let us have our tea before you depart. You know, I'm not the biggest tea drinker, but I do support peace tea. Yeah. I've got lemon here. And while I'm not a huge tea drinker, I do drink peace tea for, obviously, the flavor. Flavor mostly comes from sugar. Alright, let's, what are we doing? to the quest. Objectives: meet the soothsayer for tea. So he is the soothsayer. Like that. Alright, we have options. I don't know what level 1 means. Save, options, exit game, tutorials. 1 of 7 tutorials found. Can't do anything there. We have $8,000 already. That seems like a lot of money. Bag. We have medicine, Pokeballs, TMs, berries. We got mail. One of them. Can't we just leave mail in Gen 3, please? Like, nobody's asking for mail. Battle items and key items. Journal. Oh, right, the journal. That's that. Second joystick doesn't really do anything. Let's explore, anyway. Press the Z key to use your running shoes. Toggle them on and off using the shift key. Which one's... Okay, I figure out what Z is, and then I can turn them on permanently. Hey there! Did you know you can hop over these ledges to access lower areas? Only problem is I haven't figured out how to climb back up again. Trainer tips you can range holding the confirm button while using the directional keys. Alright, we're gonna be running the whole time. Come, I have a lovely tin of biscuits for you to try. Ooh, biscuits. Lots of butter in those! Find some pretty sweet stuff lying on the ground sometimes. Potions, Pokeballs, even TMs. Oh, you don't know what a TM is? You got some learning to do. Yeah, well fuck you, buddy. I know what a TM is. I've played Pokemon all my life. Blah, 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 berries, blah, 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 blah. We already know that stuff. I love this music. It's so relaxing. I completely forget, but you can pick up these berries now. I am gonna mess with the... Oh, I know why. I don't know if that changed anything for you guys, but it changed it for me. It sounds weird, but it feels like I try to keep up kayfabe in a YouTubing sense, like nothing goes wrong, like I don't have to change any settings, like just record a video. Most people aren't going to understand that reference. Keep up the illusion. I feel like I always have to keep up an illusion when recording, playing Pokemon games. No, things are allowed to go wrong. Things tend to go wrong. I like that opening transition it does. That's cool. Jackson, I'm so glad you decided to come over last time. 5 seconds. It warms an old man's heart, truly. On such a momentous day, off to Trinity University. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that word. You're receiving your first Pokemon, yes? I'll turn on the kettle, Jackson. Are you nervous about the events to come? You're in capable hands. I'm sure that the good doctor will give you the best of all. You know, Professor Lotus met with me before her own journey to your school. Trinity University surely snaps up the best talents of Hawthorne. So this is called the Hawthorne region. Should have gathered that by the name Hawthorne Woods. But you know, Trinity University kind of sounds like a comic book university, the comic book movie university that you go to learn how to be a supervillain, or like they have a guise of being a good university, but they're just secretly a place where you learn how to be a supervillain. Or maybe like the opposite of Charles Xavier's Home for Gifted Youngsters. Not quite Magneto territory, but like the opposite of the School for Gifted Youngsters. The both of you, the prides of our little nocturne town. Although it's a different situation with your father and all. Oh yeah, I remember this. Mostly because I've watched this game played on YouTube and immediately wanted to play it myself. So I'll probably link the Twitter page in the description where you could find the info to download the game and play it yourself. This is a brand new game, and I like supporting fan creators when they create these unique Pokemon worlds. Kind of like Pokemon Uranium, Pokemon Omicron. What else have I done? There are a couple others I've done that I can't necessarily remember off the top of my head the names of, but I have. Damn it. I'll go look them up on my channel probably after. But they're all up there. I have yet to put them all in proper lists, the playlists, but they're all up there if you want to look for them. Your mother's doing well. So sad to see you go. How perplexing. She's always been hardy, poor mother. Never phased by a thing. But to have her only child about to depart from her home must be trying. Why? My own children took their leave from me. Some bad news, Jackson. I think, perhaps, there's a possibility. I am out of team. Dun, 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 Rickroll. Oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm going dusty. Didn't even check my own stores. You know what? I imagine your mother has tea. Your father was a tea fanatic. Although I feel terrible asking this. Could you run home and check with her? Without fail, a cup of tea will calm your anxieties before this trip. You're over there, yes? You will? Wonderful! Not doing the Matt Hardy thing again. Although I can slam a tornado. I'll be here, waiting for your return. Yeah, I like how this thing opens up and closes. That's really cool. Like, it transitions out of the screen. Like, I want to know where it goes. Honestly. I want to explore your house a bit. Looks further up. Looks like he's done some shoddy repair work on that hole there. Okay, nothing. Very cozy. That's about all we get in this guy's house. No idea what's behind it. That looks like a door. Now I really want to know what's behind there. The books on the shelf are worn and faded from years of frequent keys. Right? We don't have any other choice. We gotta go. I believe we go up. And there are two Nidorans here. And apparently I just stopped them from making babies. I believe I just cock-blocked that Nidoran. Whoops! Not something you get to say often in a Pokemon game. This is Professor Lotus's house. Let's talk to this guy. Hey there, Jackson. Are you looking for Professor Lotus? Fade in and out of accents. I haven't seen her since this morning. She checked her lab. If not there, she was probably called away. Why don't you ask Tim where she is? Soothsayer might know too. Okay, is this Professor Lois's husband, boyfriend? I don't know, but maybe I'll ask her or try to. Nope, nothing we can do in here. Hello, Jackson. So nice to see you. I remember when you were... Yay! Hi. Most everyone in Nocturne Town is getting on in age. Not much is different here from when I was a young girl. Okay, that's it, apparently. Damn it, it looks like a path there. But the tree's blocking. I used to live in Salt Tempo City! Which is really a really exciting place to live. After a while, though, I couldn't take the urban life anymore, so I came here. A lot of older people here. It's quiet, really quiet. I pretty much did the opposite. I went from living in the country with my parents all the way up until the end of high school to moving back into the city for college, and I've stayed here pretty much since about 2011. So 7 years. I lived in the country for like way out there for a couple years. Lived in New Brunswick a year and a half. But lived in this apartment for what, 4 years-ish? 4, almost 5 years. Because I moved in here like right around Christmas time, like I was like early December or maybe mid-December. I can't exactly remember. But I know I spent we moved in like extremely quickly. At least I had to, because I want before I even had like most of the stuff here, I had the TV and my couch and my Xbox. Those were the first things we moved in, so I could at least have a night's sleep and entertain myself. My husband often takes walks around town. I suppose it could be relaxing, but nothing has ever changed here. It's unfortunate this is a demo, because it's a lot less smooth than probably it wants to be or should be. I'm not going to harp on the developers too much, because I imagine it takes a long time to make a video game. Like the closest I've ever come to making a video game was like high school basic ass side-scrolling video game maker. So I'm not one to talk, but I imagine it takes a lot of time and effort, especially if you're part-time. Because you gotta you gotta schedule this around the rest of your schedule. No, oh, this is our house. I didn't even realize it. But in my opinion, fan-made games can be better than regular Pokemon games. Because if it's... Here's my... I don't know if it's a hot take, but here's my opinion. You're not going to give your all to a regular job. Like, Lord knows, I work 2 jobs. I almost never gave 100% to both of them. But, like, I don't know. If you're getting paid to do it, I don't know if the conviction is as there as if you're doing it out of love and, like, you know, doing it for free, doing it just because you love Pokemon. I'm sure some of the guys making, like, up at Game Freak do love Pokemon, and probably that's all they've wanted to do their lives, but, you know, they probably have such a big team of people working on everything, and a lot of those people probably aren't giving it their 100%, so some parts of the game are going to come out not as up to par as maybe they should be. And I'm all... I was going to say something about Nintendo shutting down fan-made games, but I don't really have an idea of what I would say in that, other than it sucks. That and Nintendo was very, very obsessed with being the only news Like when they put out a Pokemon game, they want everyone to talk about the game, not talk about some awesome fan-made game. He doesn't have tea. He didn't check before he invited you over for tea. Well, regardless, he needs tea bags. I'm not sure we have any ourselves. He really needs to be more responsible, living all alone out there. We both know it's not the first time something has happened like this. Perhaps he could grow his own tea, surrounded by all that forest. Not that I don't sympathize with his choice. It's beautiful, those woods. Well, look at that. Tea bags. Not much, but it should be fine for your purposes. You know, I had this crazy thought that your father took all his tea bags with him. Maybe not so crazy. If you remember, he had carted away that broken radio. You think he still has it? So what I gather, these two are separated? Neither of us has ever seen his place there. And I'm guessing our father's gonna join the story at some point. We might have to, I don't know, battle him, work out our issues. I can relate to that in a way. I'm sure you'll see the evidence of his tea addiction at the bachelor pad. Yeah, he has his bachelor pad. And you'll have to tell me if he does. He was always terrible about that. Lord knows I don't clean this place up enough. I should clean it more than once in a blue moon. Or once in a blood moon. Here, let me put these in your bag for you. You'll lose them otherwise. I appreciate that they took the time to animate that. Because that's something that bothers me about modern games, like the 7th gen games, is no matter how far you are away from somebody, they'll just stick out their hand, you stick out your hand, and suddenly you have the item. Like, I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but it kind of fails horribly in execution, in my opinion. She's doing you and your father a favor. If you dally, you'll end up with one of my hand-me-down Pokemon as your first. In fact, if you're being considerate, you would stop by the lab and check in. So, our mom is a former Pokemon trainer, and I don't know if she's given up all her Pokemon to Professor Lotus, or... I want to know more! This game really makes me interested in the backstory of all these characters. And it's definitely obvious that an artist has worked on this game. Like, multiple artists, because it looks gorgeous for a flat, old-school game. While I do somewhat wish they could use the modern 3D engines, this engine, the black and white, still has an air of nostalgia about it. Our Hawthorne region has many fascinating myths and stories. Professor Lois, our native daughter, is the preeminent mythologist. She's often asked to discuss her work, television specials and whatnot. I know the myths, of course. I'll watch the specials to see Professor Lotus. You creeper. You just called her the Regent's daughter. That makes you sound like a... Oh, Jackson, you're leaving for Trinity University today. You'll travel through Tranquillo town to get there. Tranquillo. Nice, simple place. Not too different from us, really. It's just a quick walk through Route 1. What are we, freaking Tetsuya Naito? I'd like to think I'm the opposite of Tranquillo. Or however you pronounce that. Pick the 2 cherry berries. It feels like the words feel a bit too slow, even though it's on fast. Can you actually plant berries again? Yes, you can. Alright. Man. It's just, the words don't feel like they're as smooth, like the text doesn't feel like it's smooth as it could be. And I understand they're going to keep working on this, so I'm not going to give them too much flack for it. But I'm excited to see them make this game better. Because they're off to a good starting point if this is like the first version of the game, the beta of the game. apparently Tim is sleeping. Jackson! Hey. You're here early. Professor Lotus said you would be here way later than this. You remember me, right? I'm Tim. We've met, like, twice. No, it's no big deal. Welcome! Here for your first Pokemon, right? That's so exciting! I've been getting them ready forever. Should we wait for Professor Lotus? She said she wanted to be here for this, but I haven't heard from her since. Some kind of errand took her out to Tranquillo town earlier today. Excuse me? Field work has never been my scene, so Lotus left me here to babysit. I don't know if there's such a thing as a lotus tree, but there might be. I'll look it up afterwards. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm gonna end this episode soon, so I want you guys to let me know in the comment section what starter I should use. There will also be a straw poll in the description if you want to go check that out and vote. To start the next episode and figure out who my starter is. Blah. I lost the point of that. Yeah. Straw poll. I like making straw polls. They're free. It's so funny that Lois does that stuff all the time. She's a hero. Sort of. But we actually know her in person, you know? We get to seal and we get to seal. Arf, arf, arf. The real her. Yeah, I'm stalling. Really. Just don't know when she's getting back. You're not that early. Maybe she's the late one. Unnecessary exclamation marks. As if. I bet your time to see them, huh? The Pokemon. They're super cute. So, I don't know if there are actually any Fakemon in this game. But just so we know, just so we're off the start point, the starters are not fake. Well, maybe I'll let you take a look at them. Before she gets here, sneak peek. That'll be okay, right? I'm not usurping protocol. Yeah, it'll be fine. Come on, let's go take a look. So first up is Petalil, the bulb Pokemon. Cute, right? Real pretty. The grass type. They're a female-only species, and they love soil that's rich in nutrients. If you eat their leaves, you'll get a little energy boost. Of course, I've never tried one. So you're saying her leaves are an upper? Okay, moving on. I'm just going to leave it at that as well. Second up is Growlithe, the puppy Pokemon. Don't you love that hair? That shaggy mane. They're a fire type. Growlithe are domesticated Pokemon, and they really get attached to you. Apparently they can smell your emotions. Weird, right? Super! Noses. Okay, last one. You excited? Yeah, and tertiary, it's Staryu. My personal favorite. Aren't they cool? I love water types. They're the star-shaped Pokemon because they're superstars. No, because they're starfish. The name starfish because they're shaped like a star. Plus, they have the ability to physically regrow their limbs, which is like insane. Apparently, there's a real-life creature that can regrow its limbs. Go watch Because Science with Kyle Hill, mostly because it's awesome. And go watch the video on Deadpool regenerating, and he mentions it. I don't remember what it is offhand. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Now you really want one, huh? Look, why don't you just go ahead and pick one? The professor was going to give you one eventually, right? I can tell her later. I know how exciting it is to own your first Pokemon. I'll be waiting at the front of the lab, so let me know when you've decided. Good luck! No pressure. Sky uses too many exclamation marks. He's way too excited. I think he's high on some Petalil leaves. Soft reset with F12. Sometimes you might want to reset the game and reload your save file. Remember to save first, or you'll lose progress. Very nice tip. And that's where I'm going to end today's episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. As I said, I want you guys to determine my starter. So your 3 picks again are Staryu, Growlithe, and Petalil. Let me know in the comments below and or answer the straw poll. And I'll make sure to link the Twitter page of the developers of this game in the description if you want to play yourself. So until next time, keep it weird.